Cooper Rush has been playing out of his mind right now. Cooper Rush has been playing some great football. The Rams have not.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Brandon Tierney. This is week 5 of Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, brought to you by BetMGM. Now, you should know the drill by now. If not, pretty simple. Each week, 2 professional sports cappers compete against each other to make you loot. We'll find the best bets for week number 5. I'll decide who earns the cash, and at the end of the show, we'll throw down a big bet for Sunday night's Bengals-Ravens game. All right, let's meet our competitors. Kenny, you're first up, buddy. Tell us about yourself. What's going on, buddy?
It's Kenny King at KennyKing_Jr. on Twitter. You can find me anywhere on social media, but I'm always there.
All right, well, Tino, you're up, so let's hear about you.
Thanks for having me on. I'm Tino Pattingo from Long Island, New York. I'm a NASCAR racing analyst for Sports Grid here, but I do follow NFL as well. One of my biggest NASCAR bets that recently hit was Bubba Wallace to win at Kansas, which was 22-1. But like I said, I'm locked in as an NFL guy too. I love the NFL and excited to be on.
All right, let's rock. So, last week, Connor Allen lost his match and had to pay up. He had to drink a beer with a glizzy straw. Sounds nasty. It was. Check it out.
What's up, everybody? Lost a bet, so I have to do the glizzy straw here. Oh, gross. All right, I'm just going to chug the beer.
I don't know. I mean, I had different parameters for that bet. Talk about taking the easy way out, but we'll let it slide this week. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Jump into quick fire. Now, this is time spent in the lab. A 4-leg, 634 team parlay. What I need you guys to tell me, which of the leg is going to ruin it? All right, first up, we've got the A, Chargers, -160 visiting the Browns. B, the Patriots are at home. They're -145 against the Lions. How about the Dolphins -165 here against my Jets, who are coming off another road win? Or the Titans -150 in Washington against the Commanders. Kenny, which of the 4 doesn't happen? Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going with the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers happen. I think that with a banged up team, you know, you've got that Rashawn Slater's out. Myles Garrett should be back in this week. This is going to be a team that, you know, I think that they're going to give up. They're going to give up the game to the Chargers or to the Browns.
Tino, which one of those seems like a sloppy play? What would you point out?
I honestly wouldn't go with the Patriots. I think the Lions are a really great team. They don't have the record to show for it, but they've been in every single game that they played in. They're a gritty team. Not sure how Mac Jones is doing, so I'm going to go with the Lions.
That's a tough one here. You know, my instincts, Kenny, when you said the Chargers, I kind of agree. But the Patriots, to me, they don't have a whole lot. I don't know who's playing quarter. I know they're well coached, at least as the head coach here. And the Lions show a lot of spunk. They put some points up on the board. Tino, I'm going to give you the 30 here out of the chute. Tino's got 30. All right, Kenny, let's keep it going here, buddy. See if you can get something here. This one's going to be for $50. The BetMGM actually is letting people bet on which game will be the Texans' first win. All right, so I'll list a couple. You guys tell me which one you think is the best bet. All right, of the options this week against the Jags +260. We've got the Raiders week 7 at +325, or if we go to week 8, the Titans +500.
You know, I'd like to say that they're going to win this week, but I don't see it. I'm not going to pick against my Raiders, so I will say the Titans. The Titans aren't as good as they have been. You know, look, the Texans they're a solid football team, but they're not a football team that's been able to put it all together. I think that they're a team that's going to be, you know, they're still working. They're still trying to figure it out. They're still trying to find their identity. Davis Mills isn't the guy that he was last season. People have kind of figured him out a little bit. I think that this is a team that's still going to be trying to figure it out at that point. So I'm going to take them against the Titans.
Okay, Tino, what about you?
Yeah, I honestly agree with that to some extent. I feel like if it happens within the games you said, it would be against the Titans. But I honestly don't think they even win that matchup. The Jaguars are good and playing a lot better football than I feel like people are noticing. Raiders, I feel like they are a great team, and I feel like the record doesn't show that either. And I feel like the Titans are good enough where they can just beat them. So I wouldn't see them winning at all.
You know, Kenny, I'm going to ride that Titan call right there. Let's stick 50 in his account. Kenny, good job there. Listen, I watched every snap, obviously, being on local radio here in New York on The Fan. Giants played the Titans in week 1. Wasn't very impressed. I know they've had some up and some down performances since. They are the kind of team where you don't, like, if they beat a really good team, you're not stunned. If they lose to a bad team, I wouldn't be stunned. Obviously, the Texans are pretty bad, though they're playing hard. I'm going to ride Tennessee. Kenny, you got the points there. All right, Kenny, here's a chance to bag $40. Now, you're going to name 10 players on an NFL roster. The catch here is Tino gets to pick the team. Kenny, you start cracking after that. What do you got, Tino?
Awesome. I'm thinking about the Chicago Bears.
Ooh, the Bears. Okay. Kenny, what you got?
Oh, you got Justin Fields. You have David Montgomery.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Ready,
it's
huh?
already. God, dang, they don't have me. Look, I'm looking at guys on my fantasy team, and I don't have anybody from the Bears outside of those guys. Even
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. They've got a good tight end. I'll give you a hint there. Oh, time's ticking. Nowhere near it. Oh,
I ain't got it. I
got you. I don't know if I'd get it either. I got to be honest. That's a pretty obscure one right there. So, Tino doing you dirty, Kenny. Doing you dirty.
Seriously.
All right, time for a quick scoreboard check. What do we have? Tino setting the pace here. He's got 70. Kenny, get 20 back. He got 50. Time for a little something we call Did They Know? So what we did on Monday night, we went out to a 49ers bar. They played the Rams, obviously, on Monday. They got the win. We had some little Niners trivia, and we want to know from you if you think that they actually got it right. Let's first meet Niners fan. His name is Mike. Mike, take it away.
My name is Mike Caballero. I've been a Niners fan since I've been a kid. I grew up in Sunnyvale, California, and favorite Niners memory, I'd probably say Navarro Bowman taking it back for the touchdown in the playoffs. That was pretty awesome.
All right, so Mike is a Navarro Bowman fan, a big Niners fan. We asked Mike, the last time the Rams beat the Niners in the regular season was back in December of 2018. Who was the Niners starting quarterback that game? The answer is Nick Mullins. I want to know, Tino, do you think he got it right? Yes or no?
I think he did because I knew that answer.
There you go. It's decent logic. Kenny, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm taking that. Any Niner fan that's known the Niners for a while, and anybody in the Bay Area, at least from the Bay Area, is going to know that answer.
Let's see if Mike is able to nail it. Here we go.
Back in 2018, Blaine Gabbert was the quarterback when the Rams beat the Niners.
Oh, Mike, get the buzzer. 0 for 1. Neither one of you pocket any money. Mike was wrong. Kenny's wrong. Tino's wrong. Let's go, Richard. What does Big Rich bring to the table? Let's meet him.
Yeah, get some video of this. Me nailing this question. My name is Richard. I'm from Palo Alto, California. Been a Niners fan all my life. Oh, and my favorite 49ers memory is watching us come back and beat the Rams last year, in the last week of the year, to make the playoffs.
All right, guys. So Richard, big Niners fan, devout Niners fan, big-time guy. We'll see what he can do with this. Now, last year, the Niners sent 7 players to the Pro Bowl, and we asked Richard to name 5 in 30 seconds. Bosa was there, Alex Mack, Deebo Samuel, amongst others. Tomlinson, the offensive lineman, now on the Jets. Do you think that he got this right? Kenny?
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say right now with this guy picking the Rams comeback last year as the biggest memory. Look, I can think of like 5 memories of the Niners that I can think of outside of that, and I'm not a Raiders fan. And so I'm going to say right there with that, I'm not confident in them.
Yeah, I don't think he gets it either. Naming 5 players within that time frame is kind of a tough task, but especially with the linemen included there. I love the O-linemen, but no one really remembers their names.
All right, well, Richard, tee him up and see what he's bringing to the party.
Okay, Nick Bosa, Kyle Juszczyk, Deebo Samuel, Eric Armstead, Trent Williams. Was that 4? Not Jimmy Ward. Not Robbie Gold. Oh no! Fred Warner! No, not Fred Warner!
You got to appreciate the theatrical flair. Richard is he's in the moment, but alas, he did not get it right. How about this? Let's see if we can get this one as we bring Mike into the party. Mike.
My name is Mike. I'm from San Francisco. I live in New York City. My favorite Niner memory was the New Orleans divisional playoff game that we won. Best game I've ever been into in my life.
All right, guys, the Niners have been to 7 Super Bowls. We want to know if he can name all of the opponents, all right? What do you think here, Kenny? You think he's going to get this one?
I'm trying to think of the opponents right now, and I can't name all of them.
Yeah, but you're not a Niners fan.
Yeah,
This. Come on, Kenny.
Yeah, you know, he's got an old school jacket. I'm gonna give it to him.
You're going to. And you know what? Probably a point for the old school starter jacket that you just referenced. It's a good look. That's an old one. Tino, how about you?
I'm going to say no here. I feel like a lot of teams could get lost in the mix. They've been to a lot consecutively, I feel like. He doesn't get it here.
If you are a fan of a team and you are going to a bar that is just a bar of that team, and you're rocking your team's jersey, and you don't know, I don't care if it's before you were born, what teams you're played in the Super Bowl, your fandom card should be revoked. Let's see if you could get this one.
Dolphins, Bengals, Denver, Chargers, Ravens, Rams. No, not Rams. Chiefs, and Cincinnati again.
All right. Hey, pop the champagne. We got something right here. All right, guys, just another scoreboard update here. We got Kenny, Big Dog Kenny rocking it. He's got 210. Tino right there within shouting distance. He's got a $190, so only 20 back. So this one's going down to the wire. Penultimate segment, by the way. Let's go. We call it the best pickup line. How's it work? It's simple. I'm going to throw out a marquee matchup. You're going to give me your best lock of the game. And if I like your bet more than the other guys, I'm going to give you $50. We're ready? Tino, since you're trailing, you're up first. Giants-Packers, go.
All right, so for this Giants-Packers game, I was really confident in the Packers last week, and they made things close with a third-string quarterback. That surprised me a lot. But the Giants are also 2-0 inland. So now people are thinking, Giants, my lock for this week is going to be the Packers win by 7 to 12 points. Here's why. Packers have been able to keep all of their games close, and whether or not they've win, they're not able to blow out teams. We saw a close game against the Bucs. We saw a close game, unfortunately, against the Patriots for them. Super surprising. They have defensive starters out, like Adrian Amos, Jerry Alexander. Not sure if they'll be back for this week, but that means Saquon is also going to run all over them. I think the Packers are a better team, but I just ultimately think they'll win by a low margin like that, especially because the Giants' margin within their last games have been 1, 3, 7, and 8.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack there. Interesting, because right now the Giants, there could be some late movement, obviously you guys know that, but I really like what Daboll's doing. I don't know if they hang around to that extent. I think this could be a rough one for the G-Men. But Kenny, what do you think about this? What's yours?
You know, I look at this one, I kind of agree with Tino. One of the things that I look at, though, is the Giants have a longer route to travel. It's not much longer, but it does make a difference. And so with the Giants having to just go a couple of hours difference, I'm going to take the Giants on this one. You know, the Giants do have that record in London. They do have the ability to, put some things together, and Saquon's just playing some great football right now. So I'm actually going to take the Giants on this one.
All right, listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not giving anybody a dime on this one. I disagree. I'll put myself out there, and I know Giant fans are going to hate when I say this whole week on WFAN, as I have been, but Daniel Jones, I do think he's going to start, but that ankle's a little bit jacked up. One roll, you go to the backup. Who's the backup? That's Tyrod Taylor. Concussion protocol, not traveling. You very well might be in a situation where it's Aaron Rodgers. I know he doesn't have Devontae Adams. Their Packers offense, not what it was last year yet, but a third stringer against Rodgers, I think the Giants have a rough, they'll fight, because they'll fight for Daboll. I think they lose by at least double figures, so nothing for either one of you guys. And Kenny, this is a big one, man. Here we go. Cowboys, Rams. Kenny, what do you have?
Cooper Rush has been playing out of his mind right now. Cooper Rush has been playing some great football. The Rams have not. Matt Stafford was making questionable decisions. Cooper Kupp has not been the same guy that he has been. Their defense isn't as good as it used to be. I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm taking the under on this one. I don't think the Rams are going to be able to score a ton of points.
Yeah, the Rams look like a very, very different team so far this season. Tino.
All right, so unfortunately, and maybe fortunately for me here, I'm going to disagree with that, as the Rams did get embarrassed by the 49ers. I think Jimmy G was inspired, and I think Sean McVay is a pivotal role here because he is not going to want it to happen again, especially to someone like Cooper Rush. All credit to Cooper Rush. He's been playing great. But I'm going with the Rams money line and total points to be over 37.5 here. I think Cooper Kupp does become that guy again, as he's been for the last few years for the Rams, because of the matchup with Trayvon Diggs. Diggs is a great defender, but when you put him up one of the best guys, he just hasn't shown to be able to stick with them. He normally gets blown by. So I like the Rams and a bounce-back victory.
Man, you guys are coming at it from two totally different angles. The thing about Diggs, you're right. They talk about this all the time. What do you have, 11 picks a year ago? So he makes those splash plays, but he gets burned a lot. He gambles a lot. So it's interesting when you put the film on, you see almost two different versions. I'm not buying the Rams. Kenny, I'm rolling with you. I'm going to roll with you. I think Dallas, certainly as they get a little healthier, that defense is very, very good. The Rams, something just seems off this year. I know Cooper can play. I think Dallas wins. I don't think it's particularly high scoring, but Kenny, $50 in your pocket. I'm with you rolling with Dallas. Good job. All right, guys. It's time for the big one, the final segment here. And it's tight, and it's been tight all game, really. Kenny's at 260, Tino's at 240. Bottom line is this. You guys are going to look at your bankroll. You're going to gravitate to something that you like. Could be multiple things, and you place a denomination on it. Whoever wins, this is obviously for the game between the Bengals and the Ravens on Sunday night. Whoever wins, Monday, obviously, we go from there. We'll determine based on what you guys say right now. So, as the trailer by 20, Tino, you're up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to take all my money, all my 240 here, and I'm going to put it on the Ravens to cover the spread at -3. I feel like that's very generous to give the Bengals defense, which has let them down, it seems like, all year long. On top of that, the Bengals offense needs to score points in order to make that happen, and I think their O-line has been doing them a terrible disservice as well. They're probably the worst in the league. All credit to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. They have good weapons, but you need time to throw the ball. Lamar Jackson is an MVP right now, and he's playing at an insane level. The game's at home. The Ravens just lost to the Bills, and I think Lamar's going to be mad at that. They're going to come back strong, win by 10 or 14 points.
I'm going to challenge you a little bit here, and Lamar is a show to watch. I don't know if you're playing at an MVP level when you throw a pick inside the 2-yard line with the game on the line last week, which Lamar Jackson did. I'm just saying, not that he can't rally because he is a stud. He already has the MVP in his trophy case. I get that, but did not finish strongly last week. Kenny, you're up. What do you have?
All right, so I'm a bit of a gambler here, so I'm going to take 200, put that on the over. I'm looking at this is going to be in a high scoring game. Lamar Jackson does have the ability to run everywhere, but you can't count Jamar Chase out. You can't count out T. Higgins. So I'm going to take the over, and I'm also going to put 60 on the Bengals to win this at +140.
By the way, how fresh were those Bengal uniforms last week?
Oh, they were clean.
Oh,
yeah, those were nice.
Even the end zones were white. Those things were pretty tight. All right, boys. Any parting shots? A little trash talk? A little word of encouragement for your opponent? Where are we going? How are we saying goodbye today?
Hey man, I hope you do. I hope the braids on your mo look great.
Yeah, thanks. Get ready for the beard braid action. I think you'll look good on it.
Yeah, throw some beads in there too.
All right, a little bead look. Okay. Guys, good luck and enjoy the sweat, and we'll see what happens based on all the projections. Good stuff today. Well, that'll just about wrap it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below with your lots for the week. Have a great time. Good luck. Make sure you head over to thegameday.com for the latest offers from BetMGM. Enjoy the sweat, and we'll catch you next week right here. I'll put your money where your mouth is. Have a great week, everybody.